What's up, everyone? It's Wacko. Welcome you to Week 7 of SSSDL Season 4. This week we're up against Haxon, who is sporting the Naganadel. Big Naganadel. By far the best mon in the league. And one of the scariest mons at that. It is such a potent sweeper. It's like a fast Dragalge that has like actual coverage with like Fire Blast and Thunderbolt, so it is indeed very scary, and it's very fast, and especially because it speed ties with my Torn. He also has, on top of that, Landorus, which is really good for like Intimidate. He also has Weavile to pick off things that could outspeed Naganadel like slightly, either with Ice Shard or if it's stuff like Gren or Meow or Rabombi that could probably outspeed Naganadel and kill it back, especially if they're like Scarf. You could like Scarf Weavile. I don't know. We also have Keldeo, who's currently the league kill leader. Not by too much, because Mawile and Samurott are like right there. But yeah. And then we have Slowbro, Moltres, Ferrothorn, and then Tapu Bulu, Tinkaton, Mega Banette, and Gloom. So he has a really stacked team. Like that top 6 is really amazing. Especially with Ferrothorn and Tinkaton there. I'd say he doesn't really need Tapu Bulu on this team, but like Bulu is not awful, and it offers some support, like healing for like sub Calm Mind Keldeo sets, or even just like extra recovery for Tinkaton and Ferrothorn, or even like sometimes I feel like, in my experience using Weavile, I feel like Weavile sometimes can take 2 hits if it just had like a little bit of recovery. And then it helps Naganadel like set up as well without having to worry about Earthquake coming its way. So yeah, I mean, Bulu's not awful on this team. It does mean that Lando can't run Earthquake a lot of the time, but it's fine. It gets high horsepower, I believe. So, or does Lando get high horsepower, or does it get like, oh, I think it has to run like Stomping Tantrum. You know what? Yeah, that sounds about right. Anyways, just as a reminder, I do have Frostlass on my team, but it's not going to matter because we don't end up bringing it. I end up bringing the Torn T, who's running Boots, max speed, max special attack, pretty much because it needs to speed tie the Naganadel. I'm running Bleakwind Storm because I do need that chance to maybe lower its speed. There's also Mega Mawile, who has the Play Rough, Fire Fang, Ice Punch, and what is my 4th move? Oh, I believe it's Rock Tomb, because Rock Tomb is all I need to kill defensive Moltres, which is insane. Like I don't think I'm ever gonna like not draft Mega Mawile again. Like this mon is really insane for how much damage it does. And I feel like I haven't even run into a matchup. I think I had like one matchup I didn't bring it to, but I don't think it's because I didn't want to bring it. It was just because like everything well, I don't know. I don't remember why I didn't bring it. I think it was just like not my 6th best mon in the matchup or something. Or I couldn't slot it because I needed everything else type of thing. I'm also bringing the Samurott round 2E with Ceaseless Edge, Razor Shell, Sucker Punch, and Sacred Sword. Sacred Sword literally is just to make sure I can kill the Weavile. I also have Zeraora, Slowking, Zeraora with Plasma Fist, Fling, because I'm running the Flame Orb, which I believe I already did. I'm also running Outrage, which I don't think a lot of people know that it gets Outrage, but the way I ran Zera this week, it should be able to knock out Naganadel with Outrage if I have to, and then my last move is Blaze Kick because he does have 2 steel types. One's a steel grass type, and he has a secondary grass type, so like I think Blaze Kick is pretty solid. So yeah, and I didn't have close combat for Weavile instead, because I think I originally ran close combat, but no. Got a Blaze Kicker, Plasma Fist that. Our Slowking is AV. As you can see, there's a Keldeo and a Naganadel. So Slowking is meant to deal with those. I really didn't like its matchup into anything else. Tinkaton is like fine, whatever, but I didn't really want to run Slowking into like everything else, so I just kind of ran it to only deal with Keldeo and Naganadel. So I went full Assault Vest because potentially if I wasn't AV, Naganadel can actually kill Slowking with Life Orb plus 2 Draco, So if I switch in Slowking on Naganadel, it plots. If it clicks Draco, there's a chance I just die, and it's back to neutral with a speed boost, and my best mon to deal with that would be Mawile, who also dies to Life Orb Fire Blast. So I'd be fucked in this matchup if I was not AV Slowking. Last mon is going to be Expert Belt Silvally with Ice Beam, Surf, Thunderbolt, and I believe not Shadow Ball. What was it like? Oh, it was Ice Beam for the first two, Thunderbolt for Keldeo, Fire Move for the last three, and I guess I don't remember. I guess it was Surf for Moltres. Okay, so getting things started. I'm gonna lead my Zeraora because I am Flame Orb, and I don't really have a pivot into Zera, because if you're running a Flame Orb, the only way you can activate Flame Orb, well, the way that Flame Orb would activate is, or what am I trying to say? The only way I wouldn't have to be able to activate it on switch-in is if something dies and I'm able to get in Zera. So I figured leading Zera was my best bet at doing my strat, which is okay because he has a lot of physical attackers, and I think like Keldeo's not going to stay in, and Naganadel actually just dies to Outrage, and if I can kill Naganadel with Outrage, then I'm in a good spot. So if I burn like anything else on this team, like that's pretty solid for me. But I think worst case scenario is what happened here. So he leads Tinkaton. I'm going to fling my Flame Orb. I will burn the Tinkaton as he gets up Stealth Rock. And I will Blaze Kick him down as he play roughs for about 19%. And I'm going to go into Torn. He's actually going to Z-move, and I totally forgot that he was Z-move. So what I did here was I decided to kill Tinkaton with Heat Wave. I think what I should have done is click Defog, because not having Rocks up would have been really good for me. And I don't think, because his Tinkaton was Rocks, I don't think his Lando would be Rocks. So I think I should have just defogged there, but it's fine. Weavile's going to come in now, and it's going to force in my Samurott. Samurott had a really bad matchup anyways. What did I bring? I don't know. Samurott was just a mon. Like, I just brought it. If it were to get some kills, then good. But round 2's purpose is to potentially just kind of check this Weavile. Unless I think low kick might kill me from this range, but it's fine. But if he's low kick, then he probably wouldn't be able to fit Shard, which is kind of why I felt pretty okay about this. He's gonna knock off my protective pads. I will Sacred Sword him down to his Sash, and now he's gonna Ice Shard. I completely fucking misplayed this, by the way. I click Sucker Punch here. I'm like, oh. And the funny thing is, I was expecting him to click Ice Shard, so I'm not exactly sure why I clicked Sucker. I guess the only move that would have killed me was a non-Ice Shard, and I guess he was expecting me to Aqua Jet or Sucker Punch him. So I think what I should have done is click Ceaseless Edge, because I would have been forced into Mawile or like Zeraora after this anyways. So yeah, I will get off the Ice Shard. Not gonna bring in Zeraora. I guess maybe I could have brought in Mawile, but I felt like I wanted to preserve Mawile, because now Mawile is my like Tapu Bulu check. Because Weavile is pretty much dead, but Zeraora is also kind of pointless in this matchup now too, that the Flame Orb is gone. Naganadel is still there, but if Naganadel kills something, then it's gonna be out. It's gonna be faster than me, and it's gonna be able to kill me with like whatever. So I decided to just kill Weavile off here and Plasma Fist. Lando T is gonna come in, and I am aware that he could set up with Lando, but I didn't think that he would. I was just gonna click Outrage, and then he kills me off with U-turn. Tapu Bulu's gonna come and get up the Psychic Terrain, or the Grassy Terrain. Mawile's gonna come in, I'm gonna Intimidate drop him, and I'm going to Mega Evolve. High Horsepower literally does 41%, which is kind of insane, as Ice Punch knocks him out. So yeah, a weak stab or a weak move does 100% to him, but even though I mean, like, this move is stronger, but like it also came off a higher attack stat technically. And like, it only did 41% to me. So yeah, Mawile gets to claim another kill here. Here, I probably should have stayed in. I think I should have sacked Mawile here. I'm not really sure why I didn't sack Mawile, to be honest. But I go into Slowking. He clicks Surf, and I figure out that he's Life Orb. I think Mawile would have actually ended up dying to Surf, but it would have been easier to preserve Slowking HP, I think. So now he's going to Trailblaze, which does a lot. And I was calcing for a while because I was like, why did that do so much damage to me? Turns out it's because I was calcing him being burnt, because I was calcing burnt Tinkaton to see if Ice Hammer could KO my Torn. But it doesn't. And I was fine this entire time, but anyways. He's going to Trailblaze again. It's going to bring me down really low, and I really wish I had like Chill Reception at that point. Psychic doesn't knock him out, which is really unfortunate. And now I'm going to go back into Mawile. As you can see, Secret Sword doesn't take me out. I believe he might have low rolled me because I think Surf should have been able to knock me out. And isn't Secret Sword also 90 base? Oh, because it goes off my other defense stat, doesn't it? Yes, I'm not exactly sure if Surf... I would assume Surf would have killed me. But I think I definitely should have sacked Mawile in the first place, because now he could have brought in Naganadel, but he actually instead goes into Lando, which I thought was interesting, and he's just going to kill me with U-turn. I think he might have just been scared of me sucker punching his Naganadel, because I had only revealed Ice Punch thus far. So I think it was his safe play to just go Lando and click U-turn. Naganadel's going to come in, and as we can see, Slowking is not looking too great. Draco Meteor's going to come out, and he goes into his Landorus. I'm going to be able to click Psychic on him. And then I'm going to go into my Torn as he U-turns again. He didn't really have... there wasn't really anything here that was like too risky for him to just click U-turn. So now Torn's going to come in. He's going to plot. And now... make sure we're watching this. So I'm going to Bleak Windstorm. I do land, which is good. However, he double outspeeds me, and I didn't get the speed drop, unfortunately. So I am going to lose Torn here. And he's going to get the speed boost. And he's +1. Or he's +2 on these special attacks. So I thought there that that was like my instant loss. Because we both went for speed tie. We are both max speed. So, yeah, unfortunately, I thought here I lost, but, yeah, I'm going to take the rocks, but he has to Draco again, actually. Apparently, Sludge Wave didn't knock me out, so he had a Draco, which actually brings him back down, and Naganadel isn't, like, super strong without, like, a plot or, like, a Life Orb boost, so he's going to Draco again. And I'm going to Ice Beam. It's going to be able to knock him out. And we already saw Lando's item, so he should know that I'm faster. And it's actually going to be GG on my side because I outspeed him and killed him with Ice Beam. So yeah, this was a very, very, very close game. I think I misplayed quite a bit with my prep. There was almost no reason for me to sack Zeraora's health as much as I did, to the point where I just sacked it. I think I could have kept Zeraora around. Because I would have probably sacked Samurott afterwards. Like, what would have... if he went like Bulu, because Tinkaton was dead, Weavile was dead, Keldeo could have come in and got off a Trailblaze, but it would have been like an alright opportunity for me to go Slowking and then kill him with Psychic, because he wouldn't have been able to do that much damage. And then if he went into Bulu, then I have so many other options I can use, even my Zera. So I think I definitely just misplayed the Samurott on the Weavile, because that put me really far behind, since I actually end up losing my Samurott and I end up losing all of my Zeraora's health, when Zeraora could do a lot of damage to what was left, except for Lando, but at least it would have been faster than Naganadel, and Outrage would have killed it. But yeah. It's fine though. We are 7-0, but we aren't exactly free for top seed, I don't believe, because Log, I believe, is 6-1 or 5-1, and he might be playing like later this week. I'm not exactly sure. And I think Jaden is also, if he wins, he'll be 6-1 as well. And they both actually have higher differential than me because I've only been winning by 1 or 2-0. Actually, I think I counted. I won 3-0 like twice. I think twice, two or three times won 1-0, and the rest of them were 2-0s. So my differential is only like plus 13. I think I'm 7-0 plus 13. I think that's really funny. But all my games have been really close, and all my opponents have been really strong so far. I've been playing some really strong teams. Especially Haxon's. I think Haxon had... I think on paper he has the best team, and it's like not even like that hard to pilot. I don't think he has pivots with these two. He has wall breakers. Even Naganadel can pivot, and he has an annoyance with Tinkaton that can do stuff. So it's just a little bit. It was very difficult to build for this. In the future, though, I still have only been able to use. That's not the right team. I've only been able to use Nidoking once, Hydrapple once, and I have not used Frostlass yet. So I'm not exactly sure if Frostlass will get its chance to shine, because I would love to use Nidoking and Hydrapple once. I was supposed to get 4 Fickle Beam procs with Hydrapple, and I've not gotten any, unfortunately. At least I've gotten my quota with Mega Mawile. I was supposed to get 9 KOs. Technically I have 11, but I'm counting this as 12 because Keldeo killed itself with Life Orb on the Mawile, so I just counted that as a Mawile kill. It's not going to count on Jaden's side, though, so unfortunately Mega Mawile, it got a little bit gypped, but it's fine. I feel like Samurath has also fallen off recently, but yeah. Everyone else is doing really good. I've been pretty happy with this team so far, even with like Tauros. I brought Tauros to more games than I thought I would. Oh, this is also wrong. This is the wrong sprite for it. So Valley has actually been pretty decent. I believe I've only brought to 4 games, and I think in 2 of them it's been a sack. But in the other 2, it's like my last month standing. It did really well against, I believe, Samkey, and did really well against Haxon, and then the other games I brought it to, it just kind of got sacked, but that was kind of its purpose, was hopefully maybe do something, and then if it doesn't, then I just sack it. But yeah, I would love to go for top seed, but I would also love to see if I can get Nidoking a kill, and maybe if I can bring Frostlass. At least Hydrapple has come to a game. But it's funny though, because I used Nidoking and Hydrapple week 1. So the fact that I've used my top 4 plus Slowking, Silvally, and Tauros, these were the only mons I've used since week 2. So if you want to prep for my team, at least you know what mons I'll be using, because I only use the same ones. Yeah. And I think it's funny because like Nidoking doesn't even suck. It just hasn't had good matchups, and it's been too slow. Or if I figure out how to cook with it, it's like too weak. And same for Frostlass. I'm just not like that type of player to use Frostlass, to be honest. I probably should have dropped it for Sneasel, but it's okay because I think Frostlass is a weird mon to like actually prep for sometimes. So yeah, hopefully they can do something, although it is nice that Hydrapple is deathless, I will say. And I've enjoyed every other mon on my team so far, even somewhat Tauros, even though I think Tauros is bad. So yeah, I will see you guys next week. Don't know who I'm facing, but it's potentially, I could face Log, I could face a Bashta, John, Wisdom, or Power Fable. I think those are my options. And considering the schedule I've had, I've played like all the top coaches so far. So if I were to play Log next, I think that would be really funny. You know, I'm sure that'll happen. But I'd love to be able to play like John or Power Fable again, or Wisdom. Like, please. Give me a fun matchup. I don't want like a try-hard matchup. Anyways, yeah, I will see you guys then. Thank you for watching.